Fortnite OG has countless Easter eggs, secrets, and hidden details, but my favorite is found in the Battle Pass, which includes one of the greatest emotes we have ever seen. This is Flashback Breakdown, where Fortnite says you remembered this, right? By putting 6 OG dances into a single emote. A wave of nostalgia hits you as you do Ride the Pony, Groove Jam, The Worm, Breakdown, Disco Fever, Work It Out, Glitter, and Break It. Oh, that was hard to say. If you've been watching the countless trailers used to hype this season, you should have paid attention to the background. As they run through the map, it reveals secret details about the future and the live event. For a couple seconds, you can spot Dusty Divot with a familiar looking rocket ready to launch. This confirms that we're gonna get a repeat of the end event for the Chapter 4 finale, except this time it'll be different. According to leakers, they'll slowly build the rocket until the final stage where it has the time machine attached to it. But where is the time machine now? You can find this in the middle of the soccer field at Pleasant Park, crashing in the ground. Obviously, we have 4 weeks to go between us and the live event, so a lot is gonna happen. Each week, the map will update with a new season and apparently involves a mini event which explains the Devourer. Yeah, that feeling of being constantly watched is returning thanks to files that claim the ambiance will be used this season, whatever that means. Another familiar face has been the longest running Easter egg in Fortnite. Just behind Retail Row, you can visit a trailer park and find the iconic king of secrets, a Truckosaurus. He's returned to his first appearance as plain as could be, and players are hoping he'll continue to evolve each week, like when he lost an arm for the final showdown. On the topic of iconic Easter eggs, the teddy bears and gnomes have been at war for half a decade now. They hate each other and then they don't, whether it's a ceasefire or a small battle. But now we've gone back to 2018. We can see what they were doing before the war, and yeah, they're going on a date. I'm secretly hoping these guys are from the Chapter 4 map though, and this is the current ending. Well anyway, if you manage to explore the nearby POIs, listen out for this. This short dose of nostalgia would only appear in the past if you visited an OG location, but now the entire map is from 2018, so everywhere you go, you'll hear it. And speaking of nostalgic music, upon logging in, everyone received the Re-OG music pack, a remix of the classic song. You wouldn't know this from the description or anything, but this is secretly produced by Metro Boomin. He's a legendary artist who works with Future, The Weeknd, and Drake. Now, one of the coolest secrets to appear on the map will actually help you gain an advantage. As you're dropping, look out for the Stoneheads. These guys were classic back in the day. You can spot them by the amount of chests that spawn here. It's a great drop. You can loot up and move to a nearby POI like Junk Junction. One of the heads even has an armchair on top for some reason. Something you'll notice even earlier is the second you boot up the game. The loading screen, known as the season's key art, looks really familiar, and there's a good reason. If you were in Jonesy's perspective here, the POV would look like this. Yeah, the first ever image of Battle Royale. This is a beautiful throwback to the history of Fortnite. And so is a secret diorama hidden in Tilted Towers. Head to the No Sweat Insurance building, and on the first floor, you'll find the cutouts from Season X, showing Kevin the Cube, the Rocket event, and the Meteor. Only problem is, these events haven't happened yet, so this innocent mistake by Epic is somehow a massive plot hole. Speaking of massive, head southeast of the Viking Village, and OG players will remember this classic location from 2018. It's a small pit stop with a huge wooden chair outside. This monument can be edited however you want, just like back in the day, and so is the metal llama near Junk Junction. Sadly, you can never farm these for mats, but they are always adorable to land at. An Easter egg that can also be interacted with is hiding in Lazy Links and Tilted. Obviously, this is a golf course, so you'd expect to play golf, but that could only happen if you're a veteran player. You had to play back in 2018 to earn these Battle Pass toys, allowing you to hit that sweet hole-in-one, and yes, it still works. Over at Tilted's basketball court, you can also shoot hoops, but ignore how terrible I am. At the soccer stadium, they even brought back, well, soccer. Back in 2018, you could land here, score some goals, and it would actually keep track of our points. And while I tried it, and it sorta works, but the score is a little glitched though. Someone else who's playing soccer is over at Fatal Fields. Head to this patch, and you'll find scarecrows battling each other. The Pumpkinheads are winning, and some of them are even getting tackled. A feature they've never changed are the ATKs. Since day one, Fortnite has kept their hands off them, not really tweaking it or updating the design. It has never come back since Chapter 1, but with the OG season, they have finally returned, and now they have a new feature. You can finally listen to the radio so you never miss a song. And don't worry, that fuel gauge doesn't actually work, so you can drive all day. Or if you like the cars of Chapter 4, well, there's a way to bring them here. Thanks to Creative Royale, for the first time in Fortnite, you could drive real vehicles on the OG map. That's not all. Dirt, sport bikes, and even trucks can be taken around places like Greasy Grove. I mean, just imagine showing this to someone from 2018. They would freak out. You should also tell them to go to Tomato Town. In the tunnel nearby, there are secret chests here which could only be found if you break through the wall. No one would know there's loot here unless you listen closely for the sound. And it's not just a chest either, there's also some ammo. In fact, make sure to check everything this season because you'll find loot in the craziest places. In Chapter 1, we were never able to open these coolers or ice boxes. They were purely for decoration. Until now. now. They've been secretly updated to give you heals and consumables. It's using the 2018 model, but it works like a modern cooler, so do not sleep on this. And don't forget to look out for the hidden gnomes. These guys have been watching us from the shadows for years now, but they're the main character of a secret challenge. If you want some easy levels while exploring, you might find a place to put down these gnomes. It's not a quest the game tells you about, it could just happen to you, but you'll be given free XP for your efforts. Before you even land on the map though, check out Spawn Island. It's exactly like it used to be with the broken battle bus and everyone's favorite place, the parkour course. Even though lobbies fill up in like 10 seconds thanks to the hype, you can kill some time by going through the obstacle course. And once you've dropped, don't forget about a classic secret. Whether it's in Tilted, Retail, or Lonely Lodge, you might come across a huge fish on the wall, and I know all of you veterans will know exactly what this is, but for those who didn't play back then, just do a little dance for him. Another blast from the past is hiding around the map. You can discover the old ice cream trucks that haven't been seen since Chapter 1. These were known for being so mysterious, and some of them blew our mind when they had 100,000 health. One at Dusty even had a chest underneath it. Maybe it belongs to Lil Whip. Not only do we get the return of ice cream trucks, but a brand new remix, Lil Split. It's a mashup of him and Peely, so of course you can expect some similarities like the cone jacket and bright blue pants, but Epic put in so much detail that when he opens his mouth, you can see his tongue has blue frosting on it, just like the original. Another classic secret is an Easter egg everyone will appreciate. In 2018, Musilk ran into Chappadoodle and wanted to save him from the edge of a cliff. Well, after knocking him into the ocean by accident, Epic added a tombstone and tires to save anyone else from getting trapped down there. So of course I rushed to see if Epic remembered it, and it's back. The OG mashups also have some really clever references. Renegade Lynx is obviously a mix of the two skins, but her bonus edit style brings in a third. It might seem familiar, and that's because it's inspired by Blaze, a classic reskin of Renegade Raider. Did you know Fortnite OG also marks the first battle pass since Chapter 2 to not include a single crossover? That's over 4 years of constantly having IPs as a secret skin or a battle pass outfit, but after all that waiting, we finally have a season where everyone is fully original. Epic especially went OG with the consumables, because you could find apples and mushrooms lying around on the map again. I know, pretty normal, but they even reverted the pickup time. You used to hold a button to eat these, but now it's a simple tap to consume, just like the early days. We've all got so used to driving cars that it's weird to go back to these useless pieces of junk, but at least it means we get to see the old license plates again. These had a bunch of hidden messages like chillin' on the town car, open tailgate on the pickup, and even pimpins on the classic cars. What I love is how much of the small details have returned. They even went as far as adding the OG signs. In the exact same spot you remember him, the no dancing signs are still here, so hopefully we get some sort of challenge telling you to emote. Another Easter egg you could go and find right now is the Thor teaser. We were all confused by this strange suitcase with graffiti on it back in Chapter 1, especially since he didn't arrive until the 14th season. It still remains a mystery to this day, but at least we get to appreciate those moments all over again. Speaking of luggage, make sure to head to containers and break apart some shipping crates. Eventually you'll find a long forgotten secret from Chapter 1. One of these has a briefcase inside, which for some reason is completely indestructible. If you thought it was a glitch, I guess not, because it is still here in 2023. Those are secrets of Fortnite Season 5. It's been Tommy. Make sure to keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.